Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how you can track contact form submissions that redirect to a thank you page. I wouldn't typically recommend setting up your contact forms this way, but if your WordPress website is already set up like this, I'm going to show you how you can track these conversions in Google Analytics 4. I always recommend setting up your tracking through Google Tag Manager, which then feeds into Google Analytics 4. And if you'd like a tutorial on how to do this, there'll be a link up the video right now. You can set up this tracking to fire every time the thank you page URL shows, but this isn't always as accurate as the page can show, even without having to fill in a contact form. You could always no index this page so it's not found in search results, but it doesn't stop anyone who's already on this page refreshing the page and potentially getting more than one hit and event firing through Google Tag Manager. So for this example, I'm using WP Forms, and what I'm going to do is set up a URL parameter so that it is more accurate and will only fire once this shows on the website. So what I want to do is come to WP Forms, go to all forms, find the form that you want to work on, press edit, and from here, if you go to settings, confirmations, this is the parameter that I have created here. So if I were to fill out this contact form, testing, it is going to redirect me to the thank you page, but it also has this URL parameter at the end of it, and this is what we can use as a trigger for Google Tag Manager to then fire an event through to Google Analytics, and this is far more accurate than the just straight thank you page. The next step is to create an event tag inside of Google Tag Manager that fires every time this URL is activated. If we look inside of my Google Tag Manager account, you can see that we have the Google tag, and inside of this tag, we have entered measurement ID from Google Analytics, and this is what has connected Google Tag Manager to Google Analytics 4. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is set up a trigger. So over here, click on triggers. Then we want to select new trigger configuration, and we want to select DOM ready. From here, we want it to fire some events. So we'll click on that, and we want it to be a page URL, and it is going to contain. So this is the parameter that we want to select, and this is what it's going to contain. So every time this shows up on the site, it is going to fire an event through Google Tag Manager. Just going to call this DOM ready. Thank you. We'll save that. Next step is to create a tag. So we'll come over here and click on tags, new, tag configuration is Google Analytics, and it is a Google Analytics GA4 event. Here you need your measurement ID. So to find that, you can go over to your Google Analytics, find my account, click on admin, down the bottom, data streams, and this is our data stream right here, and this is our measurement ID. So you want to copy that one, place that in here, and we want to name it form underscore submission. So anything with a space has to be used as an underline, and it can't be any capital letters. And then we want to go down to triggering, and we want to select the trigger that we just set up. We'll call this GA4 event form underscore submission. Save that one. And there we go. Now we want to just test if this is working. So in Google Tag Manager, click on preview mode. It's going to ask for your URL. I'm just going to direct it to the tutorial page that we're working on. Here it is. And now we're just going to fill out a test form. Test, submit that, and that redirects us to the thank you page. And we'll just see GA4 event form submission fired one time. Perfect. So that's obviously picked that form submission and mark that as an event. Now what we can do is go to Google Analytics and just make sure it's being fed into here. So we want to go to admin. We want to go down the bottom to debug view. And if this is working correctly, this should start feeding into here. And here it is, page view, user engagement, page view, form start. And here's the event form submission. Perfect. That's working great. So now I just want to submit this, and we'll call it form submission, not too important. Publish that, and there we go. That's all set up. Now, another important thing to do is come over to your report section in Google Analytics 4. I'm not going to have too much data here because I just created the account, but under user engagement retention events, this is where you will find the contact form event coming through. This usually takes 24 hours to start populating, but what you'll want to do afterwards, once you start seeing it, is there'll be 3 dots on the right hand side. You want to click on that and then mark it as a key event. That way, when you are looking at reports, you'll be able to filter out all of the real events from all of the other events and things that are less important. So there you have it. That is how you can track thank you page conversions on your website. If you found this video useful, give the video a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future content. Cheers.